You ever go to start your machine and you've got nothing? It won't crank, it won't click, it won't do anything. It's possible that your brake pressure switch has gone bad. So your brake pressure switch on a Polaris Ranger, this is a 2014 Ranger 900 XP behind me. Your brake pressure switch acts as two things. So this sends power to your tail lights, allows them to illuminate when you're braking. It also sends a signal to the motor that you've got the brake press so that you're able to start the machine. So today we're going to show you how to install a brand new brake pressure switch on your Polaris Ranger. What's up guys, I'm Jordan Schneebelt. Today we're in the SuperATV garage replacing a brake pressure switch on this 2014 Polaris Ranger 900 XP Crew. The tools for this install, you're going to need a 18mm wrench to uninstall the factory brake pressure switch, as well as install your new brake pressure switch. You're going to need an 8mm wrench in order to bleed the brakes afterwards. And that's it, that's all there is to this install. All right, so your brake pressure switch on this machine, on several machines, is going to be located in the front or on the driver's side. This is your front brake master cylinder, so we're going to be replacing the switch on it today. That switch is right here on the inside. If you follow your line from the driver's side or passenger side up, you'll see that the switch goes directly through it. So we're going to start by loosening this brake pressure switch. We're going to lose a little bit of fluid, that's okay. We're going to bleed the brakes afterwards anyway. We're going to start by loosening this switch. Shouldn't be super tight. Remember that when you go to put it back in, you want it snug enough to crush the crush washers on your brake line fittings, your banjo crush washers. You don't want it super tight where you risk breaking it off. It is going into an aluminum housing. Like I said, we are going to lose some fluid, no big deal. All right, we're going to thread this one out, all the way out. Make sure you've got it disconnected. So we're going to pull this down out of the way. Can you see it? One thing you want to make sure is that you don't lose any of your crush washers. So when we pull this off, there's going to be crush washers between each line, each fitting. We want to make sure we don't lose any of those in the process. All right, so there's our old brake pressure switch, our brand new one in my other hand. Same hand, whatever. All right, we're going to put this on. You've got crush washer, brake line, crush washer, brake line, crush washer. We're going to line this back up on the master cylinder just the same way as it came out. And again, make sure you have all your crush washers in place. We're going to thread this back in. All right. Now that we've got it in, we've got it back in place, we've verified that our crush washers are in the right location. Our brake lines are both facing the direction they need to. We can go ahead and tighten it up. Again, you want it tight, not over tighten. You're going into an aluminum housing. You don't want to break anything off into that housing or crack the housing itself. And that is that. The only last step we've got in this process is to go ahead and reconnect our pressure switch wiring. All right, we're back together there. So the last step, we're going to bleed the brakes. Before I do that, I got a little bit of brake fluid on the powder coated parts. Brake fluid will stain and corrode powder coat as well as paint. You want to make sure you wipe all of that brake fluid off of your painted powder coated parts. Get all of that off of there, and then you're going to grab a friend and we're going to bleed the brakes in the front. We're going to do that off camera. Now, if you've done the job correctly, you should be able to get in the machine, press the brakes to the floor, and it should start right up for you. If you haven't, and you can't get it to start still, you may need to re-bleed the brakes. Make sure you're getting all the air out of the lines, make sure everything's cleared. Your brake fluid's full and topped off, and you should be good to go. And that's all there is to installing a brake pressure switch in a Polaris Ranger 900 XP. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow. If you'd like to pick up a brake pressure switch for yourself or any other up and running parts, head over to SuperATV.com. We've got just about everything you need to get your machine going and back on the trail.